Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, and welcome to yet another Treblechin Entertainment video review. I'm Davey, and today I'm going to talk about The Big Short. This movie kind of tells the story about the 2008 financial crisis and the people who saw it coming and tried to profit from it. See what I thought. The Big Short is a very interesting story because there's not really any person that you want to root for in this movie. There's nobody that you can see as a clear protagonist, and that's a dangerous road to go down with a movie like this because it's telling the story of something that's very near in the public memory and telling it from the point of view of kind of the people that you hate in this scenario. And it's done very, very well from a writing standpoint because it understands that it's telling a story that most people probably don't understand all of. And it's telling it, it's not dumbing down any of it. It's telling it like it is from the point of view of people in the financial industry. And there's a lot of financial jargon. And every now and again, they'll have Ryan Gosling come over with a voiceover and say, let's slow this down and we'll have this celebrity tell you what's actually going on. And it's really kind of funny the way it breaks the fourth wall like that. And I appreciate the way that it kind of tries to tell it like a comedy while still keeping it real, you know? And it's very, very well done throughout most of it. There's only a couple issues I have with it. The writing could be dumbed down just a little bit more without being dumbed down too much. Because as it stands, even when they slow down, it will fly over a lot of people's heads. And I understand why they wrote it this way, because they didn't want to dumb it down. They wanted to tell it like it was. But I don't get it, you know? Like, if you're in the financial world, you probably know. But for those of us who aren't, which is most of us, they need to slow it down just a little bit more. It's close, but it's not quite there. And also, there are some issues with the cinematography. The way this movie is shot is kind of strange, and there are weird, very quick transitions, and it uses, like, news stories and pictures of the general public to, like, transition from one moment to another. And it almost looks like a slapstick comedy, like the way it would be edited, which Adam McKay, who directs this movie, also directed Anchorman and Anchorman 2 and a bunch of other slapstick comedies. And they're shot differently than dramas. It is a comedy, and it's told like a comedy, but it is a drama underneath all of it because it is a thick and heavy subject. And the way it's shot kind of doesn't encapsulate that. It's a little bit strange and distracting at points. But the overarching story of this movie and how complex everything is, and the way these people felt about what was happening to the housing market as it started to collapse, because they saw it before anybody else did, but they don't know how they feel about that. They try to warn people and nobody believes them. And when they get to the end, when they're going to make all this money off of betting against the housing market, they aren't sure how to feel about it. They aren't sure how to feel about profiting off of the misery of everybody else. And that kind of tells you the way you're supposed to feel watching the movie, because you're not sure if there are any good guys. And it's very, very almost perfect the way it's done. There's just a little bit of a little bit of financial jargon that will fly over your head, and the way it's shot is a little bit distracting at times, but the story needs to be told, and the story is told very well, and that's why I give The Big Short a 5 out of 6. It's very close to reaching the top, but there's some things that dragged it down, and if the subject matter and the way they handled it was any worse, it would have fallen down to that 4. But it stays at that 5 because the writing is good and the story is important. And it's very, very well done as a movie. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. Tell me what you thought of The Big Short if you've seen it, and let me know what you thought of my review if you haven't. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe to our channel, and leave whatever you want down in the comments below. It can be good stuff, and it can be bad stuff. Just ask me how I'm doing. I don't really care. You can just poke fun at me. I'm dumb. I know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy.